You ever check your bank account and think, wait, I didn't even buy anything big this month. So, where did my money go? Like, seriously, no vacations, no luxury shopping, just food, subscriptions, random small stuff. And somehow, you're still broke. Here's the thing. It's not the big purchases that keep most people poor. It's the tiny, invisible habits they repeat every single day. And the scary part, most people don't even realize they're doing it. Because the difference between someone who saves thousands a year and someone who stays stuck isn't income, it's habits. Asterisk, my name is Zenvest. And I spend way too much time thinking about how everyday habits quietly drain or grow your money. If you're someone who feels like you should be saving more, but somehow your money disappears before the end of the month, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Because today, I'm going to show you 20 frugal habits that literally saved me thousands. And more importantly, how you can actually apply them in your life without feeling miserable. Asterisk, Section 1. The truth about frugality psychology shift. Look, most people hear frugal and think cheap, restrictive, boring. But that's not what this is. Frugality isn't about saying no to everything. It's about saying yes to what actually matters and cutting everything else without guilt. Here's what most people don't realize. A study from the Bureau of Labor Statistics shows the average person wastes over $3,000 per year on non-essential spending. They don't even remember $3,000. That's not a spending problem. That's an awareness problem. Section 2. The 20 Frugal Habits. 1. The 24-hour rule before buying anything non-essential. Wait 24 hours. Now you might be thinking, it's just $10. Why wait? Because impulse spending adds up fast. If you stop just 3 impulse purchases per week, averaging $15, that's $45 week gives $180, month gives $2,160, year just. From waiting. 2. Automate savings. First save what's left. Spend what's left. Set an automatic transfer the moment your paycheck hits. Even $100 month equals $1,200 each. Here's where it gets really interesting. Most people don't miss money. They never see. 3. Track every expense at least once. You don't need to do it forever, but track your spending for 30 days. Because awareness changes behavior instantly. People typically cut spending by 20 to 30% just by tracking. 4. Cook more than you think you need. Batch cooking saves time and money. Eating out 4 times a week at $8 each equals $32 a week. $1,664. Yeah, cut that in half. You save over $800.50. The cost per use rule. Don't ask, is it expensive? Ask, how often will I use it? $100 shoes worn 100 times equals $1 per use. $30 shoes worn 5 times equals $6 per use. Cheap always smart. 6. Cancel subscriptions. Ruthless. Most people are paying for things they forgot about. Netflix, Spotify, random apps. Let's say you have 5 subscriptions, averaging $10. That's $50 a month, gives $600. Year 4, things you barely use. 7. Use cash for problem categories if you overspend on food, shopping, etc. Use cash. Because swiping a card doesn't feel real. Psychologically, cash spending hurts more so. You spend less. 8. Delay upgrades. You don't need the latest phone, laptop, or gadget. If you delay upgrading by just 2 years, you can save $500, $1,000 easily. 9. Buy generic brands. Here's what most people don't realize. Many generic products are made in the same factories as name brands. Switching can save 20 to 40% instantly. 10. Avoid lifestyle inflation. You get a raise, and suddenly your spending increases. New clothes, better food, more outings instead. Keep your lifestyle the same for 6 months. That raise could turn into thousands in savings. Section 3, where it gets really interesting, because now we move from obvious habits to the ones that quietly make the biggest difference. 11. Unsubscribe from marketing emails. Less temptation equals less spending. Simple. 12. Plan. Your purchases. Random shopping is expensive. Planned spending is controlled. 13. Buy used when it makes sense. Furniture, cars, electronics. Depreciation is your best friend. A used item can be 50% cheaper instantly. 14. Use the one in, one out rule. If you buy something new, get rid of something old. This prevents clutter and unnecessary spending. 15. Avoid convenience fees. Food delivery, express shipping. Convenience costs a lot. Even $5 extra twice a week equals $520. Year 16. Set spending limits per category. Give yourself rules. Like $200 month for eating out. Once it's gone, it's gone. 17. Compare. Before you buy, never buy the first option. Even 5 minutes of comparison can save 10 to 30%. 18. Learn basic DIY skills. Fixing small things yourself can save hundreds. Not everything needs a professional. 19. Focus on value, not price. The goal isn't spending less, it's spending smarter. 20. Define what enough means. This is the most important one, because if you don't define enough, you'll always feel like you need more. And that's how people stay broke, even with high income. Section 4. The big picture. Math plus psychology. Let's do the math real quick. If these habits help you save, just $5 a day gives $150. Month gives $1,800. Year, without even investing. Now imagine investing that. This is where it gets really interesting, because small habits don't just save money, they compound into freedom. Section 5. Addressing objections. Now you might be thinking, this sounds restrictive, or I don't want to live like this forever. And honestly, you shouldn't. The goal isn't to be frugal forever. The goal is to build a system that gives you options. Because once you're financially stable, you can spend on what actually makes you happy without stress. Section 6. Final insight. Here's what most people get wrong. They try to fix money with motivation. But money isn't about motivation. It's about systems, habits, defaults. Because you don't rise to your goals, you fall to your habits. So here's what I want you to do. Don't try all 20 habits. Pick 3. Just 3. And commit to them for the next 30 days. Because small changes done consistently are what actually change your financial life. Not overnight success. Not lucky breaks. Just better habits. And if this video made you think differently about money, make sure to subscribe, because that's exactly what this channel is about. Simple ideas that quietly make you richer over time. I'll see you in the next one.